Hi, happy new year. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well.
Ooh, I'm so jazzy as a mama.
It is February 13th, 2021, and I'm on here first time in front of a camera this year. Took a break from my channel even after I came back, and I said I was gonna get back into it because I just needed it. I really needed it. I had my son. I didn't allow myself any time to rest and recuperate, and so I decided I'm not gonna force it. I wanted it to be completely authentic. Like, I needed to decide if YouTube was something that I really wanted to do, and I really want to do it. I really do, because there is a lot of women out here like me who are bougie country, got insecurities, but we have even more strengths, and I really wanted to show that. I wanted to show women like myself. And so yeah, happy new year. This series is called Marriage Material. Here's episode 1, and I just want to talk a little bit about the journey of me and my husband's marriage up until now. Having kids, it didn't hurt our marriage. It strengthened us as people together, and it damn sure made him sexier to me. Man, he's such an amazing father. But sometimes we get lost in parenthood, and so what is this? I feel like when I talk, something happening. Sometimes when we get lost in parenthood, we don't pour into our marriages. And with us, it's been such a journey, and it took us almost 7 years to grow together. We've been married 6 years. We got married December 20th, 2014. And it has taken that long for us to quiet the other voices in our marriage in order to finally understand each other and grow together. Major things that hit us and hurt us was that we were so busy trying to survive and live, handle day-to-day routines. It became a little boring. It really hurt us. We weren't really making time for each other. Quality time became watching our favorite TV show together and stuff like that. And on my side, it just wasn't enough. You looking at a woman who was a religious Disney fiend. I've read and still read a whole bunch of romantic books. You know, he is the only guy who has swept me off my feet the way he has, and so you expect that kind of thing to continue. So when it doesn't, because life happens after the honeymoon. When we first got married, he was still in law school, so there was no honeymoon phase. It was, we got married, we went on a honeymoon, we came back, and he was right back to studying for law school. And so it was just a lot of time taken away from me. So when he would get home, he would be studying for school, all of that stuff. So if he went and spent time with family or a friend or anything, I felt slighted, because it's just like, hold on, we haven't had any quality time. But to him, it's like, what you mean? We just watched our favorite TV show the other week. Basically, we were just trying to navigate each other's love languages, what counted as dates in my eyes versus his eyes. It was a lot of compromise, and just now we are coming to a general understanding, which brings me to the point of this video. It is Valentine's Day weekend. My kids are with my parents. We took a staycation into the city. We are located at the beautiful, illustrious Georgian Terrace Hotel. It is located in the center of Atlanta, Georgia, on Piedmont, in front of the Fox Theater, and he booked us a suite. But the room is gorgeous. When I tell you, it has been wonderful. We ate Chinese food that first night. I had the best Chinese food I have ever had. We live the country parts, the outer parts of Atlanta, and they Chinese food don't taste like the Chinese food in the city. We were super tired because we didn't check in until after 8 o'clock, because Jave had to work, I had to work, and then we met my parents halfway. They took the kids, and then we drove up to the hotel room, checked in, knocked out cold after we ate. The next morning, we got the broken egg, which is this delicious breakfast and brunch place, and I had the chicken and waffles and the biscuit beignets with this honey citrus, I'm called marmalade, I don't know. Baby, when I tell you, it was the absolute, I hadn't had beignets since I went to New Orleans for the Essence Fest. You know, they tell you ain't no beignets like New Orleans, and there's not. but baby, they come close. Gervais had the shrimp and grits with andouille sausage. It was delectably delicious. And then our juices were freshly squeezed. He had the fresh squeezed orange juice. I had freshly squeezed apple juice. When I tell you, it was as if I had arrived in the life that was on the inside of me. You see a lot of people bragging this, that, and the third, and Gervais is not one of those men who frequent social media well, any of that. He goes on social media for the funny videos and stuff like that. He's very protective of me and our kids and stuff like that, and so he didn't feel like he should share how he feels about us with the world, because he feels like the world doesn't deserve it. It's like, I don't know these people, you know. So he's very old-fashioned with that kind of stuff. Brought up social media to say a lot of time we look at what another man is doing for another woman and vice versa, and we say, my man or my girl ain't doing this stuff for me. And then that comparing really hurts a relationship, which was where I was at fault at. So I had to tell myself, okay, let me sit here and let me focus and study my husband and figure out how he shows his love language to me. And that was in the form of, when I'm getting ready to leave, he always walks me to the door. He always surveys the parking lot to make sure I get in the car safe if he's not able to walk me to that car. And most of the time he's not, because the kids are in the house. He always warms the car for me. He like he's so kind-hearted. If I'm not eating, he calls it out. He goes get food. Like he has his ways that surpass something that someone can just go and pay for, that they put no effort behind. Not saying your girl don't like gifts. I love gifts. I do. Yeah, that's another marriage material video. But anyway, both of us had to work yesterday, but we decided to work in the same room. I was in my meetings on my laptop. He was handling his business on his laptop, and during his break we traveled to Best Buy so that I could pick up his gift for him. With me this time, sometimes I get tired of racking my brain to figure out the perfect gift. So this time I let him pick it out, and he's very modest, but he's not. And so he got something that he had been mentioning for a while. Tried to sleep in it. It was hilarious. The Samsung Galaxy watch. It made me feel special to make him feel special. So he got his day one gift, and Friday night was my show. I am not a very confident girl at all. I've always had some type of reason that I didn't like myself physically. It would be, before it was my breast, then I got a breast reduction, and then it went from my breast to my stomach, and then my arms and the back fat and all that stuff. And so this year I've been trying, and one of my New Year's resolutions was to really love myself regardless. I don't want to lose weight in order to love myself. I want to lose weight and get healthier because I love myself, because my blood pressure is high, and because I want to be able to wear the things that I want to wear. And so I subscribed to Adore Me so that I could get these sexy bra and panty sets. Yeah, that too. Bra and panty sets and sexy pajamas and all of that stuff. But that's, again, another marriage material video. Anyway, my show meant that I would plan out how last night went. I adorned myself with what I purchased from Adore Me. You know, had the little charcuterie board, hotel version, with the cheese, the grapes, the wheat thins, some wines. The reason why I didn't have any strawberries or anything like that is because Dre don't like strawberries, you know, skipping in part. And that was my show. And then I gave him his day one gift. After that, we explored the hotel. We came back and we went to sleep. The next day we woke up and we had breakfast on bed. He went and he got the Husker House, and it was this delicious spread. It had bougie, what do they call it, bougie biscuits with the powdered sugar and the strawberries, had hash browns, had andouille sausage with grits and cheesy eggs and chicken and waffles. It's day 2 of chicken and waffles. And now currently I'm waiting to finish off the date. And so yeah, I think it's important that you find time with your spouse, even if it's a staycation, just to get back to yourselves and reground yourselves. I think coming into this weekend I tasked myself with being vulnerable, which is something that I feel like I've struggled with as a Black woman. Anytime I wanted to cry about something, you know, I was readjusted by my hero, my mom, because it was almost like, what is the point of crying? And I get her point with that, because crying wastes time when you can be finding a solution. But it is important to have those avenues and to have that person there that you can open up to and unpack all that stuff to, because if you hold it and you don't release it, then you allow resentment and bitterness to come in. So I guess the purpose of this video is to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Take some time for you and your spouse. Make that time, force that time, because it's important. Because what you don't want is down the road, when your kids go off to college and you have an empty nest, I don't want to be looking at Javay like, who you? I don't know you. And when we started recognizing that in our marriage, where we barely knew each other anymore, that's when it became a problem. It's like, all right, so what we gonna do? And so thus the staycation. We do plan to do this a lot more, and a lot of other things too, and I will be documenting that on this channel, because you know, Jazzy as a Mama is a channel for marriage and motherhood and lifestyle. As you can see, before, everything was tailored towards motherhood, but I'm a whole married woman, okay? So sister gotta help us. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Again, happy new year. Stay tuned for the next video that's going to be posted. I don't know if I'm gonna post it before or after this, I don't know, but it's the New Year's resolution videos where I check in, and I apologize for being gone, and I have changed my shirt and sat in the same spot and recorded that video, but check that out too. Thank you so much for watching Jazzy as a Mama, and I will see you all in the next one.